Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, it is the Kim Jacobs Show. And guess who is in the house, in the virtual studio? None other than Dr. Nikki Zeigler. How are you, Dr. Nikki?
I'm missing my Kim. Let me be, we got to. Kim the daggone became a minister. I mean, my girl is, listen. I was like, Kim.
So much is happening. So much. You the one, you the pastor, and all these different hats that you wear, so you know goodness well. And you out there doing photo shoots. I done seen you looking like you on Vogue magazine over there. I'm like, what? Y'all, grab your virtual seats real quick because we're going to be in for a tremendous treat. This is only part one of my interview with Dr. Nikki because we cannot get it all in this 30-minute kind of segment, okay?
Impossible.
You going to come back?
Girl, whatever you want me to do. I've been Team Kim since day one. Come on now.
Well, you know I'm team Dr. Nikki and herpreneur. Girl, bye. You know we lockstep. We there, right?
I promise you. Listen, I'm so proud of you. Every time I see you down my timeline, I can never smile. I'm like, go Kim, go Kim. I'll be in the background like this. Woo, woo.
You know what? That's so interesting because a lot of times women don't celebrate each other, but that's the exact same way I feel when I see pictures of you and your hubby and all of this stuff. I'm gonna put them up now, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all a chance to get in your virtual seat. Don't miss anything. But we, on the first half of this show, we're talking with Dr. Nikki Zeigler. And on the second half, we're talking with Sherneva Thomas. And y'all are in for a treat to hear what she's talking about too, getting your minds right in this first quarter, how to make it impactful. Okay. So you know how you be like Joe Pesci. Okay. let me go ahead and just and share with you all that Coach Nikki Zeigler is a prolific speaker and master's certified coach. She has been anointed, and she truly is anointed, to bring out the inner leader in others. I think that's a good summary of who you are right there, for real. With her background and expertise in branding and public relations, as well as advertising, she has set her sights and her energy on making a difference to empower entrepreneurs, pastors, ministers, leaders, artists to reach to the stars, y'all. Okay, y'all, she is the wife of Pastor Jeremiah Zeigler of Destiny World Christian Center in Montgomery, Alabama, y'all, and the mother of 5 beautiful girls. And that's Selena, Chelsea, Kanaya. Am I saying Kanaya or is it Sania?
It's Kanaya. You got it, girl.
Hey, Kanaya, Grace, and Chloe. 1 son, Caleb, and 1 grandson, Kali. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
All right. Y'all, she graduated from, we're going to spend the whole 30 minutes going through everything that she's done. But this woman has already received her Bachelor of Arts in Communication. She attended the Touch of Love Institute. This one, you know what? Literally, it's endless. I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes people say that, but it's so true. It's like, it's endless what this woman is doing to salt the earth. Welcome.
But Kim, I'm just a servant. And you know how I feel about that. All them titles don't mean nothing if you're not serving Christ. I'm just being honest. People have so many titles, but you have to balance. And if you don't have balance, you're doomed. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So you remove all the titles from me because I do a lot. I'm still Nicole Zeigler who just love Christ, and that's it. I love that. That alone is good for me.
That's a blessing. That is a blessing that you take that stance because you really are impacting so many other people, and a lot of people look up to you and admire you and what you're doing. So, being that you're born to lead, how did you even discover that was like your calling in life? And what advice would you even give other people to help them uncover their leadership qualities?
I failed. I'm talking about real bad. Like I
Mm-hmm.
failed. I
Mm-hmm.
failed in a lot of qualities. And when you keep falling and falling and falling,
That's right.
Kim, you got to get back up one day.
That's
And
right.
so that one day it was like, okay, girl, either you're going to get it together and
Mm-hmm.
deal with these mistakes you keep making
That's right.
and come with solutions. People are looking, oh my God, Mr. Kim Jacobs. People are looking for solutions.
That's right.
And if you're not a solutionist, then why are you here? Why are
Mm,
you living? Why are you breathing? I
mm.
just ministered this morning about the importance of maximizing the investment that God has given me. And
That's right.
my investment is my gifts and talents. You know, you got to use the gift and talents. Matthew's, what was it, 25, 15 to 30 talked about it when they talked about the parables of talents.
That's
You
right.
got to maximize the talents that God did not give you these talents to sit down on, but you got to make some mistakes. So I got to say this. I hope you fail.
I
I
hope
hope
you
you
fail.
fail.
Somebody
Because
type
if
that.
you fall,
Type that. Type
come
that. I
on.
hope you fail.
I hope you fail. Because if
Wow.
you never fall, how you gonna get back up?
That's good. That's
You know, so
really
that's how I
good.
became a leader because I felt so many times that at one point in time I got tired. I said, listen, God, I'm tired of falling. Can
Mm.
you give me some substance? Can you give me some, something to get me back up? He said, use the tools that you failed to get back up.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'm interested. I'm glad you actually said that because the expectation, in my opinion, from God is that we don't bury our talent, but that we use the gifts and the talents that He gave us and multiply so that when He comes back, He can say, well done, that good and faithful servant, even though we know that it's related to the man that's traveling and all of that. But the man was hot when he came back and the person just buried their
He
talent,
was
their
so
one talent.
mad.
He was
He
like, I
was
needed a
so
return on my
mad.
investment.
He
And
said,
dealer.
I'm furious. I am furious with you. He said, in fact,
Right.
give that 1,000 that I gave you. Go ahead and give it to the person who sacrificed the most, and you be gone. Because that person had allowed fear
Mm-hmm.
to take over their thoughts, and they created our God as the kind of God that was angry and tough. Our God is loving and kindness, and He wants us to prosper. Now He don't play, but He
Right.
don't want you to fear Him so much that you end up burying the thing that He told you to multiply.
That's good. That's
So I
good.
hope you fail. You gotta fall, baby. No, it don't. The struggle and the hell I done been through, I had
Mm.
to fall. And I had
That's
to get rid of a lot of people who just did not mean me no good because their motive was to be leechers and not to help me grow. You got to check your
interesting.
table at all time, baby. I check my table daily. What you here
That's
for?
good. So every day you check your table and you
I'm
analyze
checking.
who's for you, who's not, what you need to clean off the table. Yesterday I ministered at church as a new pastor, as you know, and I spoke about God had put in my heart to talk about getting unstuck and how we need to
Ooh.
examine ourselves because so many times we're always examining other people. But in 2 Corinthians chapter 13, 5-10, and I use the NIV version, it talks about examine yourself to see whether you're in the faith and test your own self. Stop always worrying about what we can do to fix everybody else. Let's just
That's
start
right.
right here. What can
Start
we
with
do to hold
yourself.
ourselves accountable?
But Kim, I say this right here. Even the table that you're sitting at, do you supposed to be at that table? Are you a hindrance? Because you can be your own hindrance to your own self. A lot of us ain't looking at, we too busy pointing, watching you. Baby, watch you. What you
Mm-hmm.
doing?
That's right.
What kind of substance are you bringing to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can mess your own self up.
I'm
And
glad
so
you
this
said
season,
that. And
yeah,
you can mess your own self up, even if it's unbeknownst to you, right? Not even knowing that you're doing it, but you're self-sabotaging. And so that's
self-sabotage.
good. That's real good. I'm going to start implementing that to officially analyze and evaluate my own table every
Mm-hmm,
day. What on this table needs to be cleared off
mm-hmm,
based on what
mm-hmm.
Dr. Nikki just said today.
And what
So
am I
y'all,
eating?
what are
What
you
am I
eating?
eating? What am I taking in? What am I accepting? Because you gotta accept your own self. And if you know you ain't right, then look at your table and say, okay, I need to remove doubt, I need to remove fear, I need to remove envy, I need to remove jealousy, I need to
Mm-hmm.
remove laziness, procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many things at your table,
That's right.
your personal table. Let's back this thing up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because we can talk about the people at our table, but my sister said she talked about unstuck. Let's talk about your personal table. What
That's
kind of
good.
spirits or demons are you dealing with? Because in order for you to thrive, you got to deal with your demons.
Mm, mm, mm.
What demons do you have?
You know what? You over there, when you over there talking,
You
you
know,
over there with your hands, right? And you like this. You like, here's
I
the
got my
deal. You
nails
need to
done. They so
deal.
pretty, girl. I got my
Girl,
nails
your
done like
nails
I
look
used
good.
to. Thank
I
you.
got my nails are iridescent over here, but yours
Thank
look good. Yours
you.
look good. We can compliment each other all day long. I love you, love you, love you. There's some people that just really resonate in your spirit. Okay, let me ask you this. You deal a
Okay,
lot with pastors and entrepreneurs
I
and
do.
motivational speakers. You're an inspirational speaker yourself. You're an anointed woman of God. What is the biggest obstacle that you feel you run into when you're coaching these people, and how do you really help them get to the other side of their mountain?
They hard headed.
That's
They
funny.
ask for a coach, and when you coach them, they still do what they want to do.
Mm.
And then when things don't go the way they wanted to go, they get
Right.
upset. But if you
Wow.
listen to me the first time, we wouldn't be here. You hired me to do a job. I always say this in my interviews. I just want to do my job. They won't let me do. They hired me. They pay me this money, but they don't want to. They don't want to listen. I done did this before. If I'm your coach and I've done this before, why would you try to do something totally different when I'm telling you how to secure it?
That's right. That's right. That's
I'm
good.
telling you what you're supposed to be doing. I'm telling you what you need to do. And you want to go and do whatever you want to do because it looks good to you, or I feel this, the Lord said, but the Lord also told you to hire me. So why am I here? Convenient? Accountability? Why do you have me as your coach? And that's the problem I have. Because when you're dealing with people who are church people or in ministry,
Mm-hmm.
the Lord told them a lot of things. But if God told you that, then he would have told you who I was to you.
Drop the mic, girl. Just
I'm
drop it.
just saying. I'm just saying, Kim.
I'm serious. I mean, God can tell you everything, but he can't tell you to be obedient to the person that you've hired to coach you to be better. They didn't reach out to you. You reached out to them for their help. And so when people are reaching out to you, Dr. Nikki, then they're coming to you because they already know that there is some type of void that they're looking to fill. And here you are providing and pouring into them. But then it's like, oh, let me go back and pray about it. Let me go back and think about it. Let me go back and you're like, how about you just move forward since God already instructed you to forget those things that's in the past and press forward for the new components of your life, you know?
I get it all the
Wow.
time though. And then when they don't prosper in the way that they thought they should have prospered, you're not gonna put the blame on me. Because I'm gonna do my job. I might not even do it in your timing.
Right.
Because timing is everything. You know how many times I done messed up, Kim, because I was anxious?
Yeah.
That anxious spirit will mess you up.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
So you got to be intentional with who you have dining at your table. You can't have everybody there. You got to make sure you have the right people who can help you to do and be everything God has called you, anointed you, chosen you to do.
That's some good stuff you preaching, woman of God. You know how people say man of God. How about woman of God? You over there preaching your head off. I see you, Andrea, and where are my glasses? Let me see. Okay.
That's one of them. Good. That's one of them ambassadors, child.
Yes, yes. She said, amen. That's so good, Dr. Nikki. And Glenda said, I hope you fail. I hope you fail. That is powerful. It really is powerful.
You got me in here 30 minutes. Like, you know how we get down.
I'm telling you, just go right back in and book part 2 because we have to. One thing we have to get to right now today because we cannot let people miss out on. Amen. Lord have mercy. I have so many things. You know, you have so many things you want to say, but let me.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I got to find this one image because I want people not to miss one day of this project that you're working on, the 90 days of biblical affirmations. And so I really want you to talk about that. Talk about this book, this project, and what you want people to walk away with the 90 days, because y'all can't wait for part 2. You need part 1 right now and get this book.
So I want people, women, because my niche is my niche, specifically Christian women in business and ministry, to walk away feeling fulfilled, feeling loved, feeling served, feeling accomplished. I want them, even the authors, co-authors, I have a lot of them. I want them to walk away understanding that you need people.
Yes.
Because the enemy wants you to feel as if I can do this by myself. Girl, I don't need nobody. Whatever. No, you need everybody.
Yeah.
You need your people. And so this book is coming together collectively with apostles and pastors and bishops and ministers and evangelists, business owners. And we all have came together with one thing in mind. We love Jesus. And here is your affirmation of the day. So for 90 days, we'll give you these affirmations so you can fall back in love with the man who created you.
Yes. And then how can people get this book?
drnikkizeigler.com. We're going to go. We launch it this week. We actually hit Amazon on Wednesday, and then it'll be available on print on Friday. So we're excited. Yes. These women are excited. Let me tag some. These women are excited because they understand that we got to show up, and if we don't show up, how is kingdom going to get built without you showing up?
You better believe it. You speaking of showing up, and that's exactly. I told you backstage I wasn't feeling well, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care unless I'm in the hospital or something. Just cannot be on here with Dr. Nikki and Sharniva. Guess what? I'm coming into this virtual studio today. Yes. I'll deal with everything else after a while, right? But right now I'm showing up because I think it's important to show up. How important is it, in your opinion, for women and entrepreneurs and pastors to show up for themselves in this day and age?
Well, two things. Number one, if you don't show up, people that's been looking for you will perish. I want to put this on your spirit. If you don't show up, people who are looking for you won't make it. So how selfish is you to sit on the sideline knowing that people are looking for the solution that you have in your mouth? Number two, what does your legacy says?
Yes.
You're supposed to leave an inheritance for your children's children. What does your legacy say? What are we doing here? You gotta show up, sis. They waiting on you. They're depending on you to show up. Your show up matters to your lifestyle. You gotta show up. You don't have a choice.
That's good. So I can tell you already what part 2 is going to be about, and we're going to have a whole flyer pertaining to it for the whole hour, because I want you to come back and talk about how you balance ministry, family, all entrepreneurship. It's a lot of hats that you wear, but I want to get to know you on our next time that we get together, which is going to, I hope it's this week, next week, one day. Well, I don't know what day it is, but the point is it's going to be in the next few days here. Yes. Whenever it happens, I want us to talk really about how important your family has been on this journey with you. And I really want it to be, because we always get to know Dr. Nikki Zeigler, the business mogul, but I want to get to know you from a personal level. So I want you to send pictures of your kids and your family, everybody, the grandson, everybody, right? When you come back. Is that fair?
That is so fair. Yes.
And if y'all know that you're going to be getting this book already, make sure that you put it in the comment section. This book is something that you can start doing something today. Get it's Wednesday, right? What day is it coming out?
Wednesday.
Okay, so Wednesday. What is today? Is Monday? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you can get it real soon. By the time some of y'all are watching this, go get the book. Can people pre-order it?
They can pre-order it. Yes, they can.
Okay. So if you go to Dr. Nikki Zeigler, that's Zeigler.com. Dr. Nikki Nikki, because I have podcast listeners too. Zeigler, Zeigler.com. You can get 90 days of biblical affirmations. Why did you choose biblical versus just affirmations?
That's all I know. I can't do nothing if I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to make sure everything I do has to align with the will of God. And he wants his name glorified. God wants to be made famous. Why am I doing regular affirmation when I can do it about Jesus? I can do it about God. Everything has to be surrounded by him. That's my lifestyle. I gave up a lot last year for God, period. I'm sold out.
Yeah.
So if God ain't in it, then I don't want to be a part of it. I'm just sorry.
That's good. So I'm going to put this up again because I want y'all to get a copy of it. Go right away and get a copy of 90 Days of Biblical Affirmations. It's a Christian women in business and ministry book. You don't want to miss having the opportunity to get that. And you're also a new talk show host. So tell us about your new show that has hit the streets. Tell everybody
it's
about it.
not. Well, it's not a new show.
It's
I've
not
had it
new,
for
but
2
it's
years.
new to
But
CTR
what I
Media
did
Network.
was, that's right. I went ahead and signed because I signed for two things. I mean, I seen Kim Jacobs on the show. I saw Sandy Sanders on the show, and then Tina Ramsey. That's my boo. And I'm like, CTR. Oh, I'm down. Let's go. Tina tell you, I called her. I said, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to do this. And we've been rocking ever since. And CTR Media Group is where it's at. Get in where you fit in at. Okay, let's do this.
I love it. And what can people expect when they tune into your the Convo Christian Talk Show
Well,
every Monday at 7 p.m.
we,
Central?
we got we got plenty of interviews with people, in-person interviews, and of course, we got to go. We're covering the Super Bowl. We're all over. We're all over now. So a lot of just Christian principles, Christian perspective from business owners. Like tonight, I have Pastor Bishop Frederick Price. I have Minister Christine Ray. They're coming on tonight, and it's a live audience show. It's so you actually come down and clap and be in the audience while the show is going on. So
Yes.
I'm excited. We have a full set, and I have producers and directors. So it's a pretty big deal.
I love it. I love it. And I know how big of a deal it is to have a live studio audience. So I'm just over the top excited for you. Y'all listen, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday. If you go to drnickyzeigler.com, you can definitely learn more about the Convo Christian Talk Show. And it's now also available on Roku and also Fire TV, Apple TV, Apple iOS, YouTube, you name it. What is that? Spotify,
Android TV,
TV, you name it. It's everywhere. All you have to do is download the CTR Media app, and then you'll be able to Google her show, the Christian Convo. And it's just a conversation that we're having about God and what he expects from us here on this earth. So I'm so excited. I see Dr. Tina J. Ramsey. She's out here.
That's my boo.
We love you, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, for making us feel like a whole family over there with CTR Media Network.
Man, listen, get in. Yes, she knows it. And I'm booking my interview for Monday, so I'm coming back next Monday, y'all.
I'm glad you already know what day you're coming. Can you book both the 11 and the 11:30 slots?
I am.
That give you the full hour.
I'm doing it right now. Yes, I'm doing it.
Y'all,
I love you.
When you come back, I'm just going to already give everybody a slight little, what time is it? Okay. So I'm just gonna give you a little teeny teaser right here of what you're gonna be able. I think this. Yeah, look at this. That picture right there.
I'll just show it out.
Y'all, that's just one of like 1,000 pictures that her and her Boaz.
Yes, baby. Woo!
They done took a photo shoot that is one.
He makes my heart beat. He made my heart skip some time, Kim.
You want some brownie points, don't you? You like to buy you another dress or something, take you to dinner.
Girl, something.
You know what? When you come back, I do want you to talk about, and this is what we're going to be talking about on Monday again, how Dr. Nikki Zeigler from HERPRENEUR Network balances her family, ministry. How is she balancing entrepreneurship, coaching, inspirational speaking, you name it. That's what we're going to be talking about with her when she returns. And we are going to be showing up. Yes, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, we are going to show up in a big way on Monday and learn a lot more about her. Tell us some closing comments that you may have for people tuning in today.
Just stay encouraged. Be encouraged. I don't care how many times you failed. I don't care what people say. This is the season where we have to get baby out the corner. You know, baby been in the corner so long. I mean, you had dreams of things that God's shown you just as a little girl or a little guy. God wants you to use it for his glory. At the end of the day, it's about him only. And so we got to show up, y'all. We cannot keep sitting on the sideline waiting on other people to score when God said you just as equipped as anybody else. Show up in this season. Quit waiting on somebody else to tell you get in the game. You know you can run that play. You know you can speak to those people. You know you can heal people. You know that's your calling. Stop sitting on the sideline waiting on somebody to tell you get in the game and get in the game yourself.
Woo! Don't wait for somebody to pull you off the sideline. Just lace your shoes up and say, I'm ready and get going.
Bust the door down. Snatch the door. Bust it down. Let's get in there and get the job done. Destiny is calling your name. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Let's go.
You know, you done said about 30 sermons right there, especially when you're a new pastor. You hear, you like, Destiny is calling your name. You're going to hear that again, girl. Destiny is calling your name. Do y'all hear it?
I got to come to the church, Kim. I got to come visit you.
Come visit anytime. We will have a ball, girl. I so welcome you to come to fellowship. Yes.
And you're in Charlotte, correct? No.
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes.
I'll be in Charlotte the first weekend in April. The first Saturday in April.
Okay. Then we're gonna make
We're gonna talk about it when I come back. So I'll send you the information.
Cannot wait. And maybe because we can do live interview in studio. I have a studio as well now.
I'm ready.
Just gotta get it all situated to start the live interview. Now I wanted to just also acknowledge your auntie. I didn't want this show to go without us saying that you have our deepest sympathy and prayers, because I know that you're on transition. And that matters to us here on the Kim Jacobs Show, that we're praying for you and your whole family.
Thank you. That was Auntie. She was my mom, my grandmother's on last sibling. So my grandmother's here alone now. Oh. And it has really, I went to visit my grandmother before we leave. Went to visit my grandma last night in Selma. And she said, I'm the last one here now. I was like, oh my God. So we're praying for Elizabeth Tice, my grandmother from Selma. We're praying for my family, the Shelton, the Forfeit, and the Reese. So let's, keep us in your prayers a lot. We'll be burying her this Saturday coming up. So.
Well, you have our deepest condolences and prayers, and praying for your continued strength and again, godly wisdom for everything that he's doing through you. I just want to put this back up again in case you want to screenshot it. You can go to every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go to drnikkizeigler.com and be a part of the Convo Christian Talk Show right through CTR Media Network. And then please make sure you get a copy of your 90 days of biblical affirmations. If you start today with these affirmations, when she comes back next week, you can share an affirmation that has really been transformative for your life. So y'all make sure you go to drnikkizeigler.com. We're going to take a commercial. Dr. Nikki, I ain't never talked that quick. It's like, oh.
I'm feeling some type of way. I gotta get over that, Lord. I repent. Because this is what we do, man. You're my sister, for real. My God. I don't want to leave. But I don't want to be selfish, because let me say this to you. My baby's coming up, Shaniva. She's a part of the network. She's amazing. She have came into our life. She got this new book coming out. And I want to salute the woman of God and let her have her time. I'm coming back, sis. We're gonna do this.
Our next guest is none other than Shaniva, Trusting God Thomas, and she is getting ready to come up right after this commercial break. I love you, Dr. Nikki. Have a great day. And Shaniva, get your mind right. We're going to come back on the screen with you in a second. All right, Mackenzie, take us to commercial. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Managing Director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of E-Women Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now, it's no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you, as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community. Hello, Shaniva, Trusting God Thomas. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you? I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you here. And you know what? I know you and Dr. Nikki know each other. So I wasn't sure if y'all were like
Yeah.
a package deal or what was happening. I said, you know what? I'm just so excited to have both of them on. I never even checked further. I just was like, if Dr. Nikki said it and she endorsed you, it's a done deal and you on, you know? So I'm excited to have you here
It's kind of
today.
breaking up a little bit.
You said you breaking up? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, it was break. It's good now. It was breaking up a little bit at first.
Okay, let me see. I'm just trying to adjust
Can you hear
something.
me?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So listen, y'all, we are talking with Sharniva, Trusting God Thomas. And let me just
Yeah.
you can hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Sharniva is a distinguished author, a realtor, and a college graduate with a passion for both real estate and storytelling. So her fusing those two together, we're going to learn more about. She has successfully blended her expertise in the housing market with her creative writing skills. That's just like a unique niche right there. As a realtor, she is known for her innovative approach and dedication to helping clients find their perfect homes. Her academic background, coupled with her hands-on expertise, has made her a well-rounded professional who excels in every endeavor that she undertakes. So I'm not going to read a whole bunch right now because I want you to hear from this woman, the author of Preparing to Win in the First Quarter. Glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. And I really appreciate this opportunity to tell my story and to introduce my book to the world. It's a short read, and it's just basically talking about preparing to win in the first quarter. And the vision that God gave me with this book is, number one, growing up, I watched my grandmother live in a house for over about 40 years, and they paid rent to someone else. And yes, and it's like they didn't know how to go that extra mile to actually go get into ownership. And also, I mean, when I moved to California and we got ready to purchase our first vehicle, we didn't know about credit. Like, we was not taught that. Didn't nobody teach us in class. So I literally called home and told my mom, I say, they're saying something back then. It was A paper and B paper credit.
Right.
I was like, Mama, what is that? She was like, girl, I don't know. And I made a vow right then that I would never know, because the word saying, that's what my book is grounded on. My people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yes.
And I refuse to let me go or my people go or anyone that I know around me go without knowing. So anything that I know, I don't hold back. I share everything. And I put it in this book. So when people say, okay, I want to purchase a home, I encourage them, get this book because it's a process.
Right.
And the first process, it deals with a lot of emotions. So that's my ministry too, because I don't just, when I get a client, I literally walk them through. I pray with them. I mean, when I meet a client, I meet family, because they don't leave. They stay with me and they begin to bring other people, because it's a journey. And I'm going to hold your hand through the whole process. You know, I'm going to just let you know exactly what's going on, what you need to do, just prepare you. And that's what it's all about. And the reason why I chose the topic, preparing to win in the first quarter, because in the first quarter is where we begin to get income taxes. All throughout the year, a lot of people say, oh, when I get my income tax check, this is what I'm going to do with it. But once they get it in their hands, then the enemy begins to distract them. And they start going buying regular cars again that won't last 2 or 3 months, or things, you know. So I'm showing them how to actually use that money. I also do credit. And when I say credit counseling, like what I do, I take the client and I walk them. I go over their credit report with them and I tell them, look, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, to show them how to get to the level where they need to be.
Okay.
I remember when I first got ready to purchase my home, I went to someone and the only thing they told me, oh, no, we're not able to help you. And they throw me back out there to the wolves.
And didn't give you any step-by-step process, but you hold the person's hand and tell them what needs to be course corrected in order for them to get to the other side.
Yes, all the way through. I take their finances. I go over their I also have a degree in finance. So I go over their finances with them. I kind of show them what would be a better choice, you know, what they should do. And the biggest thing is like them actually kind of like what Dr. Nikki was saying on the first, with them listen to me. Because once I tell them what to do, then we need to work together. We need to come together to make this happen. And I don't give up. And I've been like this all my life. Like, I don't care whatever I set my mind to, whatever I said, because what's in my mind is in my heart. And I'm gonna push through till I make it come to life. And that's just part of who I am.
That's really good. That's really good. I could tell, I could just feel the passion even through the virtual screen here.
Yes,
What is your number one piece of advice, or it doesn't have to be number one, but what is a piece of advice that you would give first-time home buyers that are really nervous because people don't always know even where to take that first step, how to take that first step?
Right. The first thing that I would tell anyone, and not just in home buying, in anything you do, you have to make up your mind if this is what you want.
Good.
Because once you made your mind up that this is what you want, then you're not going to allow distractions to come deter you in another direction.
That's good.
Because that's what happens when you purchasing a home. Anybody that you talk to, I don't care, they can have A1 credit, they have everything in line. It's going to always be something that they say, and it brings discouragement. I had a client once, and she said, I wanted to commit suicide. This was so stressful.
Oh.
Yes, that's how stressful it was, because she had to work through work and she wanted the home so bad. But I was there. She called me. We was able to pray together. We was able to walk through this. Now she's in a 2-story home, beautiful home.
That she owns. That she's owning.
She owns. She don't pay nobody.
That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes.
Oh,
and that also goes with generational wealth, because a lot of people, what they don't realize is that you could take that home, you start investing in your home. I seen a woman on a talk show the other day, and I was really, because she was saying, you shouldn't purchase no home because you might not be financially ready. If you're financially ready to give your money to somebody else, you should be financially ready to invest in your own self.
Right. It does. If you're giving money, period, then you can give it towards the ownership versus the rentership. So it's you ready regardless, but you just have to get with somebody like you that can help give some advice on what to get off the credit properly and how to chip certain things away and stuff like that. So with your storytelling, I think it's so important for people to know how you were able to be so masterful in using your storytelling skills and merging it with real estate. That is a unique blend.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Well, number one, how I became, just even before I started writing, my life went through I had a lot of trauma in my life. And one of the things is that I just come off of dialysis. I can go on, but I just come off of 9 years I was on dialysis. I got diagnosed with a rare kidney disease. They basically told me that because of the level of my kidney disease, that it would be real hard for me to find a kidney. So they searched for 9 years. And yes, but it wasn't.
You gotta come back too. Look, my grandma say, look, take no need to even start talking about that, because you get ready. You gonna need to come back and talk about. Do you know how many people are waiting for kidneys and are out here waiting for all kinds of transplants?
Yes.
And your story is going to be one of inspiration and hope, because you're still here to say what happened after the aftermath. Look at
I watched so many pass, and that's just part, because this is actually my second book, and this is like a little short read, but my first book, it was a book basically of all the trauma that I went through and dealt with in my life. And I had to write it down in order to release it so I could grow. And then the name of it, is called Weeds of Life. And I had to pull a lot of weeds out of my life in order for me to get the things that I needed in life. And that's how I was able to get to this point, because this is just another chapter in my life. But this is the main chapter, because I don't want to stop till I could reach everyone that I can. And it's not just me. When I say God brings me people, and they bring me people and they say, look, I've been wanting a house. I have perfect this, but I don't know what to do. All you have to do is meet me.
Oh my gosh, y'all, you make me cry, Geneva, because I'm sitting here thinking people, you see, y'all, okay, you see this book, okay, you see a book, how to preparing to win in the first quarter. That sounds like, okay, that's so nice. But the person behind the book, Geneva, trusting God, Thomas. It puts a whole different spin on things when you get to meet when I get to meet you today for the first time.
Yes.
Now your story is so much more impactful to me because I know that you've been what I was reading here over 89,000 people in the United States are waiting in 2023 anyway for a kidney transplant according to the United Network for Organ Sharing. And you're one of the 89,000 that was blessed enough to have this happen in your life. And I get so emotional about it because
well, I'm just to really make you emotional because guess what? As me waiting for this kidney, I remember going into the dialysis center and I would tell the nurses, the doctor, everybody, I'm getting a kidney this year. I started standing on the word and claiming the word. And in their mind, they're like, you're probably one of the hardest persons to get a kidney. So I got a call and the doctor was named Dr. Gabriel. See, you got to know the word to know Dr. Gabriel was one of the angels. And he came in, he made sure that I got this kidney. He worked everything out. Even when they turned me around the first time, I told him, I said, but that ain't what God said. So I didn't yield to distractions because I know what God had for me. And that's what it's all about. Once you know what God has for you, I don't care what anybody say, what anybody try to do, you're going to stay on that path that God has for you. And you're not going to move for distractions. You know, I see this so many times with purchasing a home, you know, and it's like, I have to stop myself and say, you can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because I get to the point to where I be so ready to fight for them. I'm going to go all the way to the end to make sure they get the house. But then God say, hold on now. Do they want it this bad? And that's when I have to sometimes say, okay, look, you're not wanting it bad enough. And I have to bag up. And that's the hardest part for me. It really is.
Well, you know, the fact that you actually said his name was Dr. Gabriel, and you wouldn't know this, but my son is named Gabriel. Gabriel Michael Jacobs, and he transitioned. He transitioned at the age of 12, and we raised funds to put defibrillators in public spaces in order for people to have more extended life. And so because of some of the sponsors and donors to Gabe's Heart Foundation, we were able to get 2 defibrillators recently. And I just believe that other people's hearts are going to continue to beat all because of my son named Gabriel Michael after 2 angels.
Yes.
And so you didn't even know that. But
I didn't.
I'm like, you're going to have me passed out like this. You know? You're going to have to give her some smelling oil. You cannot do this in no 30-minute interview. This is crazy. Woo, Lord. Okay. Wow. Okay. But I do believe in miracles, and I do believe in signs and wonders from God. And I know when my son transitioned 1 year later, God had given a sign in the backyard when our children went back to play a game of basketball where he had collapsed. And this is up in the back of the yard, an upside down smiley face rainbow, because he used to smile all the time. And so I just, yes, Lord. Anyway, I say that. Jesus. I say that to say that Dr. Gabriel, for you, he gave you, and God gave you another chance to be here on this earth. Y'all, I want y'all to get this book. Let me I want to take time to plug this book, because I don't want y'all to let today go by without getting the book, Preparing to Win in the First Quarter. And you can get that at Cherneva, CHERNEVA, Thomas, Realtor.com. Okay. So make sure y'all get that. What is the biggest piece of advice?
It's on Amazon too. That's us. I put that in. That's how you could contact me. But I haven't put the link on there, but I will do that when we get off. But you can also go on Amazon and get it off of Amazon.
Okay, make sure y'all go to Amazon right now. You can get it off of Amazon, and she still gets credit and everything. But if you want a signed autograph copy, it just like literally later today, this afternoon, make sure you come back, and then you'll be able to get a signed autograph copy from her to be shipped to you if you want that right at her website. Okay. What advice do you give to people to be able to win in this first quarter?
The advice I give to them is the biggest thing. It's what I've been saying. Don't yield to distraction. Make your mind up what you want, because God can't move until you give him exactly what you want. Your angels just running around. You got to tell them, look, this is what I want. And you have to stand on it. If you're not willing to do that, you're not willing to receive what God has for you.
That's good.
So that's my biggest.
That's really good. MD, let me put these glasses. Let's see. You mentioned customer retention strategies. Are there any specific tools or platforms that you would recommend for small businesses?
Okay, depends on what are they actually trying to achieve.
So MD, if you could be a little more, elaborate a little more, she could probably answer that question. What are you trying to achieve with your small business? And then that would probably help her be able to answer that question. Rosalie said, yes, God is good. Glenda put the link to the Amazon.
Thank you, Glenda. She's awesome.
I can't put that on the screen because it's going to put a whole bunch of.
No, she got
stuff. But it's over there and you can click on it and go to Amazon and just type in the name of the book too. That's good, Dr. Nikki said. It's time to invest. It's time to invest.
My number is also 409-365-8335.
Wait a minute, 409 what?
365-8335.
Okay, and this is Sherniva.
Yes, ma'am. So if anyone have any specific questions or if they want to move forward, I take all calls. They're welcome to call me.
I'm glad you said that because people do sometimes have questions outside of what's happening right here on the platform. And so she's welcoming you to give her a call at 409-365-8335. And you can call her directly at that number. And trying to make sure that when you're using your creative writing ability and also being a realtor, how do you manage your time and being able to stay passionate about each individual field? Because you're an author, but you're also a realtor. How do you maintain that balance?
I'm a very passionate person. So in everything I do, I was telling, God tells me this, what the word says, that whatever you do it to the best of your ability. Yeah. And so no matter what I do, this is who I am. I'm going to put love in everything that I do. Because my grandma would say, do it right or don't do it at all. So that's the balance that I have, is that whatever it is, I have a passion for it. And I'm going to go above and beyond to do it. So that's kind of how it balances. And I keep God first. Like, God is the head. So he's going to always, it be some things that I'll be like, okay, how am I figure this out? And my husband be like, look, you need to have it together already. And I'm like, God going to work it out. Because he's in the midst. I might not know exactly what the plan is, but if I'm going in the right direction, he's going to put it all together. I just have to stand.
That's right. That's good. That's good. And what has been one of the biggest challenges that you've faced, especially with you dealing with the dialysis, being a realtor, being an author, and you're still sitting, you're here just like, hey, let's go, keep it moving. You're a wonderful example of moving forward.
Yes.
What's been a big obstacle for you?
Since I was 6, when my mother told me if I didn't find my little brother's shoe, she was going to whoop me.
You're so crazy.
I'm telling you the truth, though. And I called out to God on my own. I said, God, please help me find this shoe, because I didn't want to whoop him today. And God showed me exactly where that shoe was at. Now, I don't care. Can't nobody in this world, can't nobody take that relationship that me and God have.
Right.
And so that's what I truly depend on him. I let him, I don't care what it looked like to some. I know I can say, God, I need help. And he's going to help me. But everybody have to be at that place, that relationship with God for themselves. And that's my biggest thing. I've been like this all my life. This is just who I am. That's it.
That is so inspiring. You said this is just who you are, but you found that shoe because you want to have that shoe be
yes. with my regular whoopings.
You're like, oh my God. Was your mom the kind of mom that would make you go out and pick your own switch?
My mom was, you have to get, that's another, they have to get that first book, Weeds of Life. My mother was the type of woman, and I thank God for God covering me. She was the type of woman, she would take the fan belt off her car.
Oh.
That extreme.
I promise you I won't do it again.
Yes.
I promise you.
Yes, but my mother was a woman of God. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have this relationship with God. Because no matter what she did in life, she kept us in church. She kept us on our knees. She didn't know exactly how to do everything, right? But she knew God. So that led us to be, to be led in the right direction. So I thank her every day. I went through a lot. I dealt with a lot with my mom in our relationship.
Okay.
But the love that my mama gave me for God and taught me about God, that oversees everything. Everything. That's why I'm the person I am today.
Well, I saw this picture too, and I saw you did your own flyer. I was like, look at her. She like, I'm gonna be on the Kim Jacobs show preparing to win. I was like, look at that. That's a creative woman over there.
Yes. Well, I have a marketing manager. He's just started, so he put this together for me. He's been doing a lot of things for me that I'm appreciative of.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. What else do you want people to know? Because I don't want people to get off today without knowing more about what it is that you would like for them to walk away knowing.
Well, the biggest thing and the overall thing is that I'm gonna touch on two. As far as purchasing a house and purchasing a home, even if this is how strong my passion was. And it reminds me, how when in the Bible, I can't remember exactly when they was fighting over the baby, or if the baby was really theirs, and the real mother let the baby go.
Right.
Yes. So this is my passion that I have. I want to see everyone get them a home because, number one, you're building your finances. If you have kids and you're trying to put them in college, you can go back and pull out your home to put your kids in college. I can go on and on. If you decide you want to purchase a car, I would go pull it out my home at a lower interest rate than I would pull from going to the light and get a car. So even if you say, I don't want to choose Shaneva, I want to choose somebody else, just do it. I'd rather for you just to do it. It's not about, because God take care of me. That ain't when I say he really truly take care of me. So I don't never want to stop nobody else. So if you need to go, then do that. But please just do it. And the other thing is, I'm gonna kind of base off with the weeds of life. Make sure your heart stay clear. I don't care what it is, you're dealing with, man, you got to go pull them roots. And I ain't talking about, don't pick from, anybody know anything about garden? If you pluck from the top of that weed, you ain't did nothing but made it worse.
That's right. That's right.
Dig.
Totally wasted your time.
You waste your time. I need you to get in there and get a little hurt and pull from the root of it and pull some things out so you can grow, so you can expand. You can't expand leaving things in. So those are the two things that I would want everyone to leave with. And this is your year. Win in this first quarter. Don't wait till the end and try to catch up, because we're going somewhere. Now you can choose to get on this train and ride with us, or you're gonna get left behind. So if you're ready to win, contact me. You have all my information.
All of the information is right there. ShanevaThomasRealtor.com. And I had put some pictures up with Dr. Nikki. So I'm a sleuth over there on your Facebook page. So first of all, I love this. I just think that is just a wonderful image. And it shows people how people can stay connected with you as well. Take a screenshot of that, y'all. It's a beautiful image right on her Facebook page, Shaneva Thomas Realtor. And you can stay connected via email at ct@ShanevaThomasRealtor.org. Or you can also visit ShanevaThomasRealtor.org or call her, as she already said, 409-365-8335. And so that's where you can stay connected. But I saw this picture too. Who are these people?
So that is my husband, my everything. And that's my daughter and my new son-in-law. They just got married on October.
Knew it. I saw all kind of pictures on your page, right? And I know this isn't a picture that you sent me, but I was like, this got to be the fan. This got to be some of the fans.
Yes.
Some people in the fans.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We was in Georgia on that picture.
The way you holding your hand in your inner thigh, I was like, that's her. That right there, her man. That's her.
Yes, that's my everything.
Yes. I'm just so honored. And how important is it to have your family support you on this journey as well?
It's awesome because number one, I'm real. I believe in being an example for my children. So for me, if I set my bar high, then they're gonna go even higher. And I do whatever to lift them up so they can go grab and get their stuff. You know, I want us to come to another level as a family. And I believe us working together, you know, I teach my children principles, you know, that they, number one, no matter what, this is one of my principles that God has really been dealing with me, with my children about, because the enemy try to come in and try to get into everybody's head. And I let them know, I don't care what's going on with this family. No one is able to come and speak about this family. Mm-hmm. And we agree with it, or we are, no. If we have a problem, this family get together and we talk about it. And so that is a principle that I'm standing on, and I'm teaching my children so they can rise. All of them have a love for God. They have a love for God. I have a son that he plays basketball. They be around a lot of NBA players. Last year we was, and see, that's not really, so I don't really be knowing their names, but but we be at their houses. We go everywhere with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And be hanging, and you don't know who you hanging with. You be like,
I could tell my husband and all of them, you know, they know, they be excited.
Right,
you know,
right.
But I'm like, I don't really know them, you know. But they know. My son say, Mama, my last game, he played good, but I told him it's more in him. He said, he called me so excited. He said, Mama, I prayed before my last game. I said, boy, I could tell the way you was playing that you prayed. It's just a difference. And for them to acknowledge God and what God doing in their life, they let me say, I did all right. I did all right.
That you did do all right. I see some people on a basketball court, but I don't know if they're your kids or not, so I ain't gonna put all these pictures up.
Yeah, yes, it probably is my sons.
I see somebody in a blue jersey and somebody with a gray beard and a burgundy jersey, so they're the game. I don't want to be
probably my son. Yeah, probably my sons and all of them. Yeah, it's family.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up then if that's the case, because I don't want to. I don't want to leave it off and then left a child off, because I'm like, these are. If you just stay connected with Sharniva, you're gonna have a great experience going on a wonderful journey, because she's an open book. She's not trying to keep her information hidden from you, so it's public and you can be a part of her journey. And put this up and see if this is any. I don't know. I done found 2 more pictures, so I'm gonna put them up. Yeah, who knows? They somebody in the family. Who is this?
Oh, that's my uncle. That's my uncle. It was his 66th birthday. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, a caller came through. That was my uncle. That was his 66th birthday.
Oh, yes. You look so happy. You can tell the people around you love you. And then who is that in that picture? That's
my family. We was actually in Georgia. Look, like I'm so bad with names and knowing the guy in front. Look, my husband. No, I can't remember.
How about that?
I'm sorry, but that's my son. Both of them are my sons on the end.
Okay.
That's my ex-husband. That's their father, and that's their uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, we was at a big game. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother episode. The ex-husband but
we family.
That's what I was gonna say. Because guess what? You probably share my sentiments. Just because they're the ex does not mean that now you got to crop them out the picture at the events and stuff. It's like, what?
Let me tell you. His family calls my husband their nephew. We all are family because of who I am. I don't hold grudges with people. I don't do none of that. When I say I walk this life of God all the way, and that's how we blend it. Whenever we come home, they accept you. You would know that we just all together.
Oh, wait. Now I know one thing. This person right here, I see your comment. Let me put these glasses on so I don't get in nobody's trouble, because guess what? I see you, Royal, saying family discussion. Andrea, I see you saying awesome, Sister Sharniva. But this right here, you're like, wait, girl, you get off that show and don't put that comment. I'm gonna put a bad review, right? So let me go back for a minute and put this comment.
Yes,
I'm blessed to have the wife that I prayed for. I love you, Sharniva.
That's my husband. I could stand and say it very proudly. That's my husband.
I'm so happy that you came on and said that. You definitely got You got some brownie points.
Yes, it did.
She's showing her back teeth now. So you done done it now.
Yes, he has.
Sandy Sanders said, Geneva is amazing. I see you, MZ, Ms. Diva Price, and I see you saying lots of love and hugs. And then she's the daughter, and he's the son-in-law. Oh, talking about your daughter.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, Roy Black. That's my daughter. That's.
Oh, okay, y'all. I know we went a few minutes longer, but I couldn't help it because I knew this was going to just be a wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
So the biggest thing that you feel you could give people advice on if they're looking to purchase a home is to do what?
Don't give up. Call me first. Call me first. And look, it doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter where you at. I prepare you to win, and then I send you to whoever that's in your state.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, it doesn't matter what state you're in. I get you ready, and then I send you out to them, and I hold your hand all the way through, even with them. Don't let you go.
That is so good. I didn't know that. So I'm glad you said that, because no matter where you are, again, this show airs in 100 countries. Okay. Yes. So at the end of the day, you could be anywhere in the United States or around the country, and Geneva can actually connect you to the right resources. Yes. So all you have to do is screenshot this. If you can screenshot it, if you're listening on audio devices, you can go to 409-365-8335. Give her a call, 409-365-8335, or you can go to ShernevaThomasRealtor.org, or you can even email her at ct@ShernevaThomasRealtor.org. There's no reason for you not to be able to purchase your home with ease, because she's going to prepare you. And if you have not gotten your book, go to Amazon today and get Preparing to Win in the First Quarter. How many of you are going to get the book? Go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'm getting my copy. I already have my copy. Wait to get my copy. Say something so we know that you are intentional about getting Preparing to Win in the First Quarter. Why the first quarter versus any other quarter? That was my other question.
Well, the reason why I chose the first quarter, because that's when a lot of people get income taxes. And the things that I see a lot of people be on their jobs, some 10, 15 years, and they choose not, because they just don't have the knowledge. So if you say, when you're going to have this money, if you win then versus to when you didn't spend it and it's gone. So you can actually win in any quarter. But I am really focusing right now for when, and a lot of people, some people who don't get taxes, who don't. So I don't want you to think that it's just, I have a heart to making sure, or I'm sorry, I keep getting calls.
Oh, that's because they like the interview's supposed to be over. But it's okay. Okay. Tell them we had 2 people on and both of y'all were super fantastic. I had to give you some extra time. All right. Sandy Sanders said, buying the book. Go ahead. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
This was great. I'm ordering my copy, and Ms. Diva said. Go ahead. What were you in the middle of saying before the call came in?
No, that was just a part of what I was saying about really going back to basically purchasing the book. And if you need me, it doesn't matter where you at, then I can walk you through everything and make sure that you win. Oh, we was talking about why did I chose this too? Because that was the part, because I don't want to just think that I just deal with people, who get taxes, or because a lot of people don't get taxes. A lot of people have to end up paying back. I definitely want to work with you guys too. But most y'all have more knowledge than the other ones. So I just want to make sure that I can give the knowledge that God is asking me to do. So
yes. Okay. Well, y'all, this has been an incredible interview, learning about you, and feel free to come back and do a whole episode about your kidney journey, your kidney transplant journey. I'd love to be able to talk to you more. If you all have not taken the opportunity to become a partner with the Kim Jacobs Show, this is the only way our program thrives, through being able to take care of all of these subscriptions and keep the program bringing balance to your home, one household at a time. Every day we're bringing, Monday through Friday, we're bringing guests on that's bringing in just invaluable information to help be that missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. If that's the case and you are benefiting at all from any guest that ever come on the Kim Jacobs Show, which we've had probably 1,000 or more that we brought to your home, take a moment and pour into our program. I promise you're pouring into some really good ground. And you can do that through Cash App. We don't charge our guests ever to come on the program, and we don't guilt trip them either and say, well, you're going to do it or not. We don't. If you give, you give. If you don't, you don't. It's okay. But I just want to thank God for those that are contributing to our broadcast, because it does allow us to keep the program thriving. And people like on PBS and TBN and different places, when they put their pleas out, and people pour into them. Mm-hmm. And I'm asking you all to pour into the Kim Jacobs Show. You can do $ Kim Jacobs Inc. I sound a little more like baggy because my voice, because I don't feel that great right now. So this is probably the kind of voice I need to have for what I'm asking. You can also send it to PayPal. I'm not crying. I'm just.
Yeah.
He's right.
You sound good.
PayPal.me. I knew I wasn't going to cancel. That's for sure. I'm coming on here for you. PayPal.me / Kim Jacobs Inc. You can even do Venmo at the Kim Jacobs Show. Some people like to do Zelle, 704-962-7161. And I saw you, Miss Barrett, you did something on one of our YouTube channels and became a member, and it pushed your comment up. Thank you so much for your support. Dr. Marcia Austin, I know you gave a contribution, and thank you for your support. We've had just quite a few people. I'm going to always do shout outs, but thank you for all of you that support the Kim Jacobs Show, because without your support, we could not come on every day and have all of these subscriptions and stuff be maintained without your support. And thank you, Mackenzie, for still showing up in the behind the scenes, even as we wait for people to continue to pour into our program. So thank you for your commitment too, Mackenzie and Cassandra. All right. Any closing comment? Let's get you off this show, huh?
No, it's fine. Let's just win. Let's win in this first quarter. Let's win in 2025. That's my closing.
Let's win, y'all. And thank you all for being here today. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for allowing us to be in your home. We don't take it for granted. And you all have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay backstage if you can. Bye-bye, everybody. Mackenzie, we can go now. Mackenzie, I ain't know. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you, and make it a great day.